views and opinions expressed on the show are strictly those of the host and guests and do not reflect the opinions of LAP Productions and its affiliates.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to Sit, Chat, and Laugh the Lynches. I know we're back every once in a while. We're kind of, I don't know, Teresa's a part-time host anymore, and she doesn't want to be a real host all the time. Oh, that was in my eye.
Good, I aimed right.
I'll give you something to do at that time later, but anyway. What?
I think so.
What?
Oh, my.
I hope everybody's ready for a wonderful night. As you can see, we already have our guest in here, Miss Michelle LeBaron, and I am so excited to talk with you tonight.
I'm excited to be
Looking
here.
forward to this. It's been a long time in the making. I know before we took a little hiatus, we were trying to get it worked out. I know I need to slow down talking. Ow!
Wow.
She's brutal like that. But anyway, so it was been a long time. We tried to get it worked out before, and it just didn't get clicked. And then we took a little break from it stuff. And now that we're back, we had to get something set up with you because I don't know. I had to talk with you in person, not just typing in
on Facebook. Or seeing you on TikTok.
Yeah, she's a TikTok queen. I do
Yes,
watch
I know
her.
she
I stalk
is.
her. Anyway, how you doing?
I'm doing awesome.
You look it.
Thank you.
Look at that smile. Why don't you learn how to smile?
Because I'm married to you.
Oh, okay, shit.
Oh, shit.
I'm just gonna leave you two alone.
This is going to be fun.
Well, of course it is.
That's why we call it Sit, Chat, and Laugh. So, and you bring a lot of laughter to things. And we're starting out with your TikTok, and I also follow you on Instagram. I stalk you just about everywhere I can find to stalk you. Didn't find you on Pornhub yet, but that's a different conversation. I'm just.
I got,
Look at her, I stumped her. I told you, I warned you what it'd be like being around me.
damn it.
Damn it, man.
But
yeah.
I'm on OnlyFans too.
Are you?
No.
I'm gonna go look. Where's my phone?
No,
See,
I'm
close
not.
the door.
I'm on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Facebook.
I don't do Twitter, but yeah, I definitely follow you on Instagram and TikTok and definitely on Facebook. And that's what I'm saying about bringing the laughter. That is a side of you that actually, it's going to sound weird to say with my wife's here. That's one of the things that made me attracted to you is your humor.
Oh,
Really, it did. I was like,
Really?
yeah, like check this lady out. She's got a wonderful sense of humor. And then I saw about the paranormal investigating stuff. I'm like, well, winner.
Right?
We gotta
oh, thank you.
So
I love to make people smile and people laugh. And like when I'm doing my TikToks too, I started that a year ago. And it made me feel good because I was able to express myself. I was in and out of, my highs and lows, my anxiety and, just a little bit of depression. And when I would do TikTok, I would do TikToks for certain things, like if someone's sad or someone's heartbroken, or if someone just needs to laugh. That's why I do it. It was kind of like therapy for me. But now I'm addicted to TikTok and I just absolutely love it. And I love to make people smile and cry and all that good stuff.
Well, you make me smile all the time when I get on TikTok.
Yes, you do.
I don't post anything on TikTok. I am strictly a stalker.
She's a voyeur.
Yeah. So I am strictly. And I'll sit there. I was so upset. When the whole thing last year was, they were going to remove TikTok and nobody was going to be able to post it. I was so upset because I was getting ready to have knee surgery. And I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do? I had planned on having, just scrolling through TikTok the whole time. And I was panicked.
Yeah, and then I was kind of like that too. I'm like, oh my gosh, where am I going to go next? Yeah, that kind of got me in a little kind of a depressive state because that was my way of letting it out, everything. And
depression, yeah.
I can't not do it. And it's going to suck when it does go down. But, I think I'm getting stronger, though.
Do you think it's going to go down?
Possibly. From what I hear, like the higher TikTokers with a lot of followers, they're having to pay for views now. In order for people to watch them, people have to pay to watch them. And I'm like, I don't fucking think so.
No,
I'm not up there yet. And I don't even care if I am. I like where I'm at. I mean, it's a lot.
You're light years ahead of me, but I've held off on putting out content. I can't figure out exactly the direction I want to go with it. I know that I'm old school. I'm pretty country and to the point. But I like to have fun with it. But I know I also come off quite offensive. That's why, like I always tell people, and I'll say the same thing to you, I stalk you. And I don't stalk you in a bad way. I watch what you're doing on TikTok. I watch what you're doing on Instagram. I watch what you're doing on Facebook.
Sorry, I can't.
No.
Cameras hidden in your house.
No, I watch everything that you're doing, and I see the events that you're doing. I see the investigations you're going on. I watch all these things. Sometimes I watch them while they're live. Sometimes I go back and watch them later.
Do you watch me on the toilet?
Yes. Oh, yes. Oh,
gosh, I'm so blessed.
The potty cam are cool cams.
I watch TikTok on the toilet too, but
so I mean, I like that. Oh, you're talking about that kind of watch. Oh, my bad.
On TikTok.
What?
But anyway, I enjoy what you're doing, and the you put you out there, and getting just as few moments so far tonight to talk to you. For anybody that watches you on these things, should see flat out that is truly you. If they don't pick on that right now, they're out of their mind. They're not really paying attention. And that is amazing because I know that's why I say what I'm going to say is I stalk you guys. I don't say a lot on your pages because I tend to sometimes piss people off the way I say things. So I don't ever start any trouble on anybody else's page. I figure they want to get mad at me, they can come on my
page or mine.
Yeah. Well,
I mean, I've had like people tell me they stalk me because they're so addicted from like when I was really in a really deep, dark place and I would post some pretty fucked up shit. And they're like, my God, with all your drama, I'm like totally addicted with what's going on in your life. From like people in the paranormal, like bullying and all that stuff. Everyone was like wanting to see what was next. But now I try not to put that out there. I mean, it's calmed down quite a bit. But it hurts me sometimes because I'm such a sensitive, caring person.
In more ways than one.
Yeah. And I love so hard. When I love somebody, I love them. And sometimes there's been points where people have like left me, talk shit about me, backstab me, hurt me, just all that. I mean, and it's just very hard for me to understand. And I can't help that I'm emotional. I can't help that I cry. I mean, I cry fucking commercials and shit. I cry when I'm watching people's sadness on Facebook. It's just, that's who I am.
Yeah.
You know, that's just who I am. So, but it does hurt.
Yeah, I can definitely relate. And I think that's part, you're an empath, right?
Yeah, highly.
Yeah. That's part of that is I can watch somebody and if somebody cries on TV, hell, I'm crying too.
Yeah.
If nobody cries by themselves around me. That's just how it is.
I know. I'm getting stronger though. I mean, COVID sucked because I lost like 70 pounds, feeling good, going to the gym. Then I got into that depression. I got COVID. I quit smoking. I haven't smoked in a year and like 6 months.
That's awesome.
That is fantastic.
I gained 40 of the 70, but I just lost 20. I'm back on the keto diet. I lost 20 pounds in 3 weeks.
That's awesome.
And now starting, I think Wednesday, I go back to the gym and I start going 5 days a week. So,
oh yes.
Wow.
And when you get that momentum going though, and you get that positive momentum going, and then something that takes it away from you out of your control, like COVID, which didn't just take it out of your control. It took everything away from everybody. And that now I don't have abilities. I have abilities to be a smart ass. That's my only ability. So,
And
and
he is so good. At
I'm
it.
wonderful at it. I'm the top of my class. But anyway, that also having that positive energy going, having that momentum going in your favor, and then have all that just stripped away, and then also having that interaction and contact with people, that really has to be a huge shift from being that to just
Yeah.
not just. I'm not saying that it has been down. I'm just saying just gone, positive, negative. Everything was just stripped away, and
A
being
lot
that
of, yeah.
emotional, that empathic, being that relying on the energy of the human being that you are. That had to just be like, what the fuck?
I mean, and I'm not gonna lie, there was a point where I got in such a dark place that I thought of suicide. And if I didn't have my son and my best friend Lisa, I wouldn't be here today. And I thank them so much for loving me and being there, because nobody knew it.
Yeah, we thank them
We
too.
thank them.
We
Yeah.
thank them, and we
So-
thank you for still being here.
I'm
Seriously,
not going anywhere now. You know, with all the shit that I've gone through, I've gotten stronger and stronger. So I'm good. I'll be here for a
Good.
long time.
If not, I'm gonna come find you and haunt you. I'm gonna come
Okay.
get you. Don't make me come get you.
I'll haunt you. And then
Okay,
give
I
you
dare
some
you.
like freaking holy grail shit.
All
I
right.
double dog dare you.
No,
But-
I'm not going anywhere.
That's,
Yeah, it affected me. It was
but-
very bad.
but see, I have.
But nobody knows that until now.
Well,
We do now.
this
But
is
I'm
gonna
not
sound
hiding anything. I don't need
no,
to
no,
hide
and
shit.
I feel I don't know how to put the words. I understand, and I in a logical way and in a thinking way, but I'm one of those people that's and I know this, and I'm happy about it. I'm extremely blessed that I've never felt those feelings. I've never felt depression. I've been sad. I've been hurt, been
Oh,
upset. Don't get me
it's
wrong, but I've never
so
experienced.
bad.
I'm one of those. It sounds bad, but believe it or not, I'm very optimistic. I find the silver lining in everything. It doesn't matter how thin that line is, but that's the way I was always taught. You either, as I tell my son all the time, you either focus on every day something good's going to happen, something bad's going to happen. Which one you focus your energy on is which kind of day you're going to have.
Mhm.
And I always
Oh,
focus.
I got to add one more person. My mother.
Absolutely.
She's been my rock as well. So
The mamas are always there.
yeah, my mama. I love her with every inch of my being.
Oh,
I
absolutely.
start crying like, woo!
Don't
Okay.
and Teresa will cry. Oh, George, Mr. George Shoplin. Now, there's so many people in the chat room right now. Dawn and Kelch, and just so many people saying hi. I hope you've seen him when I put him on the
Marie.
screen.
Hi,
Andrea,
everyone.
Free Wells. I mean, there's just so many people, and we thank you guys for joining us, because if you haven't met Michelle, I'm glad you're here to meet her, because she is absolutely one of, without a doubt. I'm not going to meet her in person. We have not had that honor yet, but absolutely one of the doubt, the people that's in this field that I look to for more than just paranormal. She is a heart of gold,
Yeah.
an
Thank
absolute
you.
heart of gold. And
Thank you.
yeah, and I'm just saying how I feel. Like I said, we've not had the privilege of being in person, and we will in Iowa. You and I get
Oh, when we do, I cannot wait to hug you both.
Yeah,
Because you
it's
guys,
the first
I mean,
time, then you're mine the following week. Okay, I'm just throwing that out there.
Oh, so I don't have to. You ain't gonna share.
No.
Hateful as shit. But it's people like you though that keep people like me thinking that, because I don't know. I look at how all things going around with us, all this and that, and racism, blah 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 blah, blah COVID, da 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 da, and people like you show me that there is still good in the world. And there's still people that are going to continue to do good and try to make the difference in every possible way that they can.
Yeah.
And yes, we all have bad days. Yes, we all have bad
Yeah.
moments, but that doesn't make us bad people or bad things. It's just that moment. So you're actually an inspiration, and I thank you for that.
Thank you. You don't know how many times I wanted to throw in that towel.
I imagine.
So many. And I just when I want to, I think to myself, my God, I can't do this. This is my calling. This is why I'm here. And also my friend Lisa, you can't quit. This is everything to you. And I'm like, yeah, it is. So I don't, I just keep going. I suck it up now and just go, go, go.
That's
Yeah,
right.
but it's also nice to know that you don't always have to suck it up because you have people that you can confide in. That
Yeah, I
changes a lot of
do.
things. When you find those people, like once again, 34 years we'll be married, and so
Time.
I've always had that support system, and I'm blessed on it. How she's put up with my retarded jackass, I don't know. And does she deserve a gold plate straight jacket? Absolutely.
Yes.
But having that changes things, and knowing that like things like this, getting to talk with people and finding out how much that you actually mean to others and how much that you inspire others, and I'm one of them. And
Thank you. That means the world to me.
just keep
I don't. A
being
lot of
you.
people, my friends, my family and stuff. They're like, "Gosh, you're not realizing how much you do for people, and just how wonderful you are." And I don't, because I don't have that self-worth and everything, and I don't realize it. And when people are like, "Oh my God, you're great and you're this," it's just like, "Oh my gosh," I'm embarrassed.
It's embarrassing.
You know what?
It's very embarrassing, and
I'm gonna flip the script on it right now.
It's hard to just say, "Oh, gee, thank you." It's hard.
yeah, because I don't want to look like an egotistic asshole.
That's what I was getting
Right.
ready to say right there. Because
I am not ego by any means, and I never will be have an ego.
Right.
It's just
that's exactly why people come to you. And just like before the show started, he's like, "Well, I we've been talking for a long time." I'm like, "It's just Jay and Teresa. We ain't nobody." You're like, "Oh, yeah." So we feel the same way when you put those compliments back on us. But that's why we feel that way, because it's not ego based, and that's exactly why so many people do cling to you, because it's not ego based. That changes everything. That makes you human, makes you genuine, and makes you pure of heart and what you're trying to do and what you feel. So that's the best part about it. It's not ego based, and keep being that. No matter, and you are. You got what last I seen on TikTok. You had 10 or 15,000 followers.
I got 20,000.
Oh, you smart ass! I got.
You got what, 3, 4?
Oh, did you finally follow me? You didn't, did you? Son of a. I'm telling my mom. She likes you better.
I tried anyway.
She does. She likes you better. Oh, I don't blame her.
Because I'm the daughter she never had.
She never wanted.
She only had 2 rotten ass sons.
So, but getting more into the paranormal side, I
How
know.
long have you been investigating?
Hold on, I guess. Sorry, I can't see the phone, so I had to put on my glasses for right now.
I tried to take mine off for a little bit. It's like, okay, it's not working.
Yeah, I can't. I see stuff, but I can't really read it.
That's a good point,
Thanks, George. Thank you. So
Him and Kara are such great people.
So I've been doing it about 11 years now, actively.
Mm-hmm.
But I've dealt with it all my life. I've seen things, unexplainable things. Been in that type of stuff all my life, basically. But I've been actively investigating for 11 years.
Do you find, since you're empathic and sensitive, do you find that aids you in investigating?
Actually, it does.
Mm-hmm.
I feel different energies. I can feel emotions from people. I can feel different energies. I can feel if something's good, if something's bad. I think it's just because I've investigated so many places that I have felt so many energies, is that I've become in tuned with it. And I can walk in and say, "Oh my God, there's something very nasty here." Something good, something sad. I mean, I think it does aid me, and I can feel people's emotions and the way they're feeling when they're standing next to me and investigating, and they don't even have to tell me. If someone's standing next to me and they're like frightened, but they don't want to tell you that,
Right.
I'll touch them and say, I got you, or,
It's okay.
So, but yeah, I believe that my sensitivity and my empathic, me being empathic helps.
Yes,
So,
I agree with that because it does help tremendously.
yeah. And, some people just walk in like, don't even have any feelings whatsoever, but I do feel spirit. I feel their emotions. I feel when a spirit's sad. I feel when a spirit is not so happy,
Yeah. Have you ever walked into not so much a location, but just like a room at a location even, and went to like cross the threshold and be like, oh no, wait a minute. And back
I have. I
not
mean,
this time.
yeah, I have done that. I've walked into people's houses, if they like invite me over or something, it's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Do you
That would
have
be here.
someone here? And they're like, I'm like, is there this old lady? Because I'm starting to smell like this lilac perfume. And they're like, oh my God, yes,
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just instant. And it's weird because I feel the energy, I feel the emotions, and I get mental videos and mental pictures in my head
Like
as well. Yeah.
Like snippets from a movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Clips.
Mm-hmm. And sometimes they're so fast that it's hard to put them together.
Yeah.
So fast.
Yep. I also have dreams of places, and then I go and it's like, whoa, it's like validation, like the Yorktown Memorial Hospital. I had a dream that I was sitting in the cell and there was this black thing crawling on the top of the jail. And I felt that thing the whole time I was there.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, we got some incredible stuff actually. But I'm going to put that in my presentation. I don't want to share it. And,
yeah. Keep it.
Oh, wait. Is that the presentation you're going to be doing at Chehalis?
Chehalis,
Teresa,
Iowa, and Vulture City.
See, we're not going to be at Iowa or Vulture City, and Teresa won't be at Iowa, so we don't have to worry about a presentation here. But
yeah, I'll have it for Washington for sure.
Teresa, you better step your game up. For your presentation, she's going to be getting.
Honey, you're my presentation.
Mine's mainly because I'm not a really huge speaker. I mean, I'll explain what I have, and then I'll do like if I get something on an application, and people want to know, well, how does that work? Well, I'll show them the footage, and then I'll show them how that application works, kind of like a virtual thing for them. Mine is mainly audio and visual presentation.
Okay.
So
when Jay and I do a presentation, we it's just like how we're doing right now. It's sitting down and talking. We don't do the PowerPoint and all of that
because I don't know how to.
I have that.
We would rather just sit down and talk with people, not at them, but to them, with them.
It's just, I don't know how to do the PowerPoint presentations. I don't know how to do all that crap. It's just not what I am.
I don't either, but I just wing it and it comes out okay.
We've been doing podcasts. Actually, I got started before you did. Just a little, not much, but we've been doing podcasts for about 9.5 years now. So I'm used to this style of format here. So I stay in my comfort zone. Mm-hmm. So, I'm a sissy. That's what I'm saying.
I have to burp.
Or
go for it. I double dog dare you.
I did.
George said something about that you were with him at a jail, Michelle. Saved my ass big time 3 years ago at Amador Courthouse Jail. She pulled something out of me. She might remember.
I remember. We were in a jail, and we had a friend of mine, Renee, inside the jail cell, and she was scratched. But it looked like a brand, and it was a swastika.
Oh, wow.
And it welted up, but then disappeared.
That's why.
And we had the cameras on us, but we were in this jail cell and there was a lot of white supremacist stuff all over the wall. And actually we were inside a jail cell with Kara and George, myself, Renee, and George wasn't acting himself. He was not himself. His eyes were glassy. I could tell immediately that he's attached by something because I've seen it so many times. And he was acting weird, and and he had a scratch on his chest. And then his demeanor was very weird. He was very rude to his wife, which is not, that's not him and her. And so I'm like, and I grabbed him and I pulled him outside of the cell, out in this room, and I put him up against the wall. And I told him, I'm like, hug me. So we hugged each other and embraced. And I've done this many times. And this is something that I do that I don't tell a lot of people that I can do. I just do it if I see it. But I said, close your eyes. And I started to talk this thing out of him. And I could feel it going through my body, trying to push. And I'm holding him. And I'm putting my energy in and pulling what is in him through me to get out of him. And suddenly it went out, and then his eyes just like, whoa, and he just collapsed on the floor, and I caught him. So, but yeah, that was I remember it.
Yeah.
Of course I remember it. I mean, I remember all that sort of shit. So, but yeah.
He just said she nailed it. Love and miss you, Michelle.
Love you, miss you too.
And Dawn Kelch had said earlier when we were talking about feeling the energy walking to a room, if like you need to back out, she said she had experienced that at Waverly in the lobby. That's another place you and I haven't been, is Waverly Hills.
It is, 2.5, 3 hours from us?
About that.
And we've just never been.
Really? Oh my gosh. That's a pretty cool place. I caught a full-bodied apparition on the second floor. I was walking by myself. Everyone else was up on the fourth floor. They left me. And I'm like, what the hell? So I'm wandering around the second floor all by myself, and I just decided to take photos. And I didn't see these photos till after the fact. And it looked like a person in a hospital gown standing in the hallway. Oh, wow. And that's on my presentation too. So
that's cool.
Amy Green.
Hi, Amy.
Yeah.
I love you.
Jason Arthur popped in there too. Said, "What's up? There's my brother from another mother." Awesome trouble like always. But yeah, it's. I see a lot of your pictures here lately. You've been filming at the Wash Show.
Yeah, I get a lot of that shit. That's my home away from home there. Yeah, you guys have to come up.
Would love to. Like I said, though, I got to get past the Mississippi.
We're going to get past the Mississippi. You're going past it.
Way past it.
Before me.
Oh, yeah.
Way past it.
Yeah.
Way past. Yeah, Jason's taking me past Mississippi for my first time. He's taking my Mississippi cherry.
Right.
Which Michelle's like, what did I get myself into? Why did I agree to this show?
I don't know.
That's not true.
I'm just going to play with my slinky.
We went to New Orleans.
No, we didn't. Anyway, with being at the Wash Show Club and places like that, you said you're going to be at Vulture City with J. Marie Yates. They love them to death.
Yes.
They're so cool to investigate with. And now that's the event there also, right?
Yes.
That you'll be there. Plus, you go there and investigate anyway without the events going on, right?
I haven't been there. I mean, I've investigated before the event when I was there for an event, but I've never traveled there to just do it. But yes, it's crazy.
What? I can't imagine, because like I said, we're back here in the Midwest. That's what they call it. I'm like, Ohio's the Midwest. They ain't crossed the Mississippi yet. How's that the Midwest? Not like
have you been to the Belair House?
No. We have not went.
Wow.
And we've talked with Leah. I don't know how many times we've talked with her, and we're supposed to go get with her and hook up with her. I don't know.
Yeah.
It seems like every time something works out to where we're supposed to be going, something happens. We don't get to go. Every single time.
But that might be a sign, though.
Right.
Well, my sign's going to shut on the porch one day and say, all right, now kick me out.
Oh, my God.
Here, let us in.
I actually had a pretty crazy experience at the Blair house. I got to go down in the basement with my Papa Bear, Bill Reap.
He's such
And
great people.
we went down and investigated, just him and I. Everyone else was upstairs, and we captured on a FLIR camera. Actually, I forgot her name. Oh my gosh, she was a psychic medium, Terry Patrick, I think her name is. She said there was a child by the stairs, and we're like, okay. So we're walking, and we look down, and there's a handprint on the floor on the table, a small, tiny handprint
Like a
that
child.
we kept. Yeah, that was like intense. And then
On the clear, left a heat signature like that.
yeah, it you know, when you set it down, you move, and it's still there.
Yeah.
It was, and I even put my hand near it. It was so little. It was like a little, like maybe a 6 or 7 year old, maybe, little kid's hand. And it was a little boy. And then the same night I was in the room with, I forgot, Marcy, Amy, myself, and I forgot who else was with me, but I was doing a ITC session. And this was so crazy. A man and a woman were fighting each other. Like, you killed me. Why did you do this? Why didn't you watch what you were doing? And the guy's like, I'm sorry. I didn't mean to crash. And so he died in a car crash. And then she went away, and he kind of stayed and kept speaking with us. He felt horrible that he got in a wreck and killed her and him. And so everyone was blown away by that. So that night, I had Amy Green next to me because we were sharing a bed, and and it was on film. I had opened my eyes, and there was a man with his skull like hanging off his face, and it was like really bloody, and he was like this in my face, and I was like, oh my God, and my heart fucking
You're okay.
So it was really scary. And I was like, no, go away, like that. And my heart, I thought I was going to have a heart attack. And you could see me getting up, and Amy's like, what, you okay? But you didn't see the spirit there. It looks like, I think he was just like inside my head, contacting me. He wanted help. I think so.
No, I'm with Amy. I'm right there with Amy. I'd fit around. That'd scare the crap out of me. Somebody waking me up.
Oh yeah, fuck, some bloody face, and a heart.
And see,
I can't. I've been still screaming.
I see so many people who like with your abilities, and Teresa with hers, and some other people that we know, Tina and things, and they're like, man, I wish I could do that. Tina Marie Ronan was in here and stuff. Y'all can have that crap. Y'all can keep it. I'm glad I can't see. I'm glad I have to use equipment. Not a problem. Not a problem with me. I don't want that crap. But But this is a question, because I've noticed that more and more as I'm doing this more, and I'm becoming more open-minded about it and being more open to it. Do you think that people can learn to recognize energy, or do you think that we all actually, like Scotty Rourke says, everybody has abilities whether they accept them and they
well, what Scotty Rourke says is hitting the nail on the but if you're let me say,
no, go ahead.
There are people that I have taken investigations, they didn't feel shit, absolutely nothing, and then I bring them more and more, and they become open to it,
right?
And then their gifts, hello. So I mean, so sometimes people don't feel anything because they're not open.
Well, we discussed this with Scotty, and he gets not mad, but he gets annoyed with me because it always goes the same way. I see that, and I can understand that, but he says it everybody, and I'm like, it's not everybody. I truly do not believe that I have any form of gifts or anything like that. I truly think that I've worked my ass off. I've learned how to recognize things in the environment and things like that. To me, it's no different when I was still younger and I went hunting. If you learn the environment, you learn the things around you.
Yeah.
You don't actually sense them. but you know their patterns and habits, and you know the things that might happen that's going to cause to get a reaction. So you automatically think, okay, well, this is happening, this is happening. Because I rely on equipment because I don't have it really. So I'm like, okay, this is happening with this, and this happened with that, this happened. Normal, this is what happens, then this occurs. And you pay more attention that way. You're more intellectual about how things are going. You're more intuitive. You're studied. I think you can study and learn habits, but I don't think that guarantees and translates into being an ability. That's
So
a taught.
spirits
And
have habits?
I said, no, I'm not talking about spirit. I'm talking about me.
No, you're saying to study and you can learn their habits.
No, I can learn my habits as far as learning the habits of what's going on. I said it doesn't always happen. But when I've had this happen and this happen, then that means that I normally have a reaction to this. Sometimes I have a high percentage of this having a response. Now, a high percentage means that one out of every 450,000 times it happens. That's a high percentage for what we're doing with the paranormal.
Right.
A lot of people think that you go investigate and you sit there and all of a sudden you get all this stuff happening. I love it and I know you've had it happen. I know you have. You're at an event and people's like, how we're gonna go take a little break and stuff, and we'll go downstairs and you ask the other group like, well, how are you doing? Oh, nothing really. I mean, she had her hair pulled and they got a disembodied voice and something pinched her butt and he got slapped on the back of the head. But really nothing's going on. I'm like,
nothing happened.
Have you've never been touched by something and not, well, I'm not even going to say that. Hold on. Let me rephrase that. You've never been touched by spirit?
Yeah, I've had things physically.
Investigated for how long before it happened though?
Oh, over 2 years.
Yeah.
And we were sitting at Ashmore Estates. Love that place. We were on the second floor, and I was Teresa and Michelle Harold, Rick Rose, God rest his soul, and Callie Sher were all doing an energy session at the other end of the room that I was in. I was sitting clear back in the opposite side in the corner, just doing live EVPs, minding myself, not saying a word, not being involved with it, just listening and observing. And it was like something come by, like a older, like a parent or a grandparent, come up and just laid their hand nice and softly on my head. And of course, I stepped across the side of the room, went to the window, and went. They're like, what's wrong? So something just touched me on my effing head. And they're like, what? So something just laid their motherfucking hand on my fucking head. You know, because I never had it happen. But for there was no doorway near me. Whatever came to me and stood beside my right hand side had to have come through a cinder block wall.
Yeah.
Wow. So, yeah, that's pretty cool.
No, I don't deny it, but I also my mind works in the well, like we was talking about when he was on something the other night. We was talking about, did I experience a manifestation, or did I manifest my experience? Now, if I've been focusing on things, thinking, man, I'd like to have something happen, and then that happened, I can dismiss that just about as that my mind creating that. But I was not focused on anything besides watching them, listening to what they were saying, and listening to anything in their environment. So it wasn't like I was going, boy, it'd be really cool, something touched me, and then something touched me. I really believe that we can manifest that if we want to.
Oh, yeah.
I really do think that. So
it's the power of the mind.
Yeah, I see a lot of people like, oh my God, something just touched me. Oh my God, my hair. Someone touched my hair. Yeah. Oh my God, someone just smacked me on the ass. Oh my God. And it's always the same people. It's like, man.
And I've watched before.
I want some of that. What the hell?
Absolutely. Mm-hmm. And I've watched some people like, I've seen people before in the wintertime, women with longer hair, go, oh, something just pulled my hair, but you just saw it snag on their zipper of their jacket or a button on their coat or something like that. And they turn their head and it pulls, and they're like, it was, oh no, it wasn't that. It was different. I'm like, yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Whatever you say.
Well, but at that point in time, what would it really matter whether they want to believe that? What's it gonna, what harm is it doing for them to believe that they had that experience that they're wanting to have? Why do I need to say, oh no, that was this? If they're that adamant about it, why take that away from them? Let them have it. It's not like they're putting out there for evidence to try to prove anything. That's their personal experience. If that's what they truly believe they had, and they won't listen to anything else, let them have it.
Yep. I don't tell someone, go, bullshit. I just let them just, do that.
I might turn around, roll my eyes.
Yeah, like, okay.
Thanks, Jeff. Jeff likes that.
Yeah.
Yeah, baby. Our Paranormal Mysteries hat. So I just, it's.
Dawn says she had her hoodie tugged.
I mean, I've been touched quite a bit.
And but not like that.
Like I was in Yorktown and something had grabbed my elbow. And I thought it was somebody behind me because I had my equipment and something tagged, but then, and I also felt something crawling on me. It felt like crawling. I thought maybe it was a hand, but I actually, in reality, I got bit by a fucking spider.
Oh, hell no.
Yeah,
was
look,
like
I'll
my
even show you. I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if I can. It's right there.
Yeah.
It was like, it was a little, like a dot. I thought it was a mosquito. And then when I got back to Reno, it was swollen. It was bruised. I was like, what the fuck? And then I had one on my forehead right here too. So they were crawling all over the place in the dark.
No,
Yeah.
you're in their environment.
Yeah. And you know what? I don't blame them.
Their environment is outside.
Yorktown is so in disarray. There's so many critters in there. You can get a lot of false positive evidence with all the critters running around. But we got some pretty cool EVPs though. There was one EVP that they caught saying, they were talking to me. They're like, ooh, pretty lady. And then it goes, you're a tease. This was full on sentences, and it was a man. I was like, oh, okay.
That's funny.
So
I wanted to make sure you saw this, that Amy Green said Michelle's abilities are always right on. Love investigating with her.
I love you. Thank you.
See, have any one of you heard of Bella? And we were just talking about it, Jeff. We were
It was just before he came in.
Yep. Hi, Jeff.
Absolutely. Like I said, Teresa and I haven't got the chance together yet.
I met Jeff. He's pretty cool. He's funny.
Jeff's a good guy. We met him at a couple of events. He was out on the road with all of them and stuff. He was, and yeah, he was out, and Kristen was out, and him were come to a few events that we were at.
Oh, I love Kristen. She's rocks, man.
Yes, she does.
She's my sister.
We're going to make it. We're going.
You should.
Oh, we're going to make it. I want to make it. I don't care.
Well, it took us a while to get to Prospect Place.
Yeah.
And we did. Yep. So that's another location that's really.
We got all these places in Ohio around us, and we haven't visited a lot of them. That's sad.
Wow.
That's just sad.
I always try and find something to do.
I always find something to do. My problem is with my ADHD.
Is he going to get in trouble for doing
Well,
it?
no, not just that, but I tend to overschedule. Jason and Teresa, my brother, man, took away. God. They took scheduling away from me a couple years ago because I had us booked in at some kind of investigation event every weekend. 3 out of 4 weekends of every month, I had us booked at something.
You know, that just gets to be a little bit much.
We was always on the road. Kentucky, Ohio, Indiana. go.
Yeah.
They're like, you're not allowed to book shit no more. Sit down, shut up. I'm like, okay. So, but I was having fun. We were just having fun.
Yeah. Fun is good.
Absolutely. Now, I'm trying to think how I have a tendency to say things the wrong way sometimes. So I got to.
Says too much.
Yeah, too much. And they kick me off the job. I'm not allowed to book things. But I've always got questions about people with abilities because they're all so different. That's one thing that I got to say from somebody that doesn't have them that I find to be absolutely disrespectful to people that have them, because it seems like people like, oh, well, you got Clara this or you're Clara that. They always want to group you into categories. And I refuse that, because no one person has just one ability and that you guys have. And you guys, it seems like sometimes you hear things, or if you guys see me, sometimes you hear things better than what you see them, and vice versa. You know what I mean? It depends on your environment, your energy, and everything else. So, does it seem like it is more rounded, like I'm saying, or do you feel that, like how people try to put you guys in category? I always just say gifted. I hate to say, well, are you clairaudient? Are you clairsentient? Are you clairvoyant?
I don't think, I don't know. I think people that, I can't explain why I have what I have. I know it runs in my family. I mean, everyone in my family, and I do have on my side of the family, my older sister found out that I had witches in my family from, Aberdeen, Scotland, the early 1500s. She went all the way back. And what it is they were put to death they didn't say they were witches, but you can, back in those days when people did what I've done and what Teresa does,
Oh.
we were put to death.
Oh,
We
I
would be put to death.
Yeah.
And then my mom, she's like, oh my gosh, amazing, gifted woman. My older sister, she's a apprentice to a high priestess. She's amazing. She's gifted. She can close portals from all the way from Wisconsin. My older sister. Yeah, it's insane.
I can try to open them.
I can open one in the bathroom.
Right.
And my twin sister, she has healing hands. And my brother, he has gifts, but he's kind of poo-poos all that. But the women in my family are very, very, I don't know, let's say maybe we're the chosen ones or something. I don't know.
It read strong on the women's side.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah.
I think that I would disagree with that because that's kind of sexist. I think women are more open to it. Guys,
I was talking about her particular family.
My family.
I was talking about her particular family.
You said that about your family too. That's why I'm saying that, and I've heard you said that to other people in other interviews.
Oh my god!
And I get that, but I think you hit the nail on the head. A lot of guys don't want to talk about it because they want the other guys to give them crap.
It's not very manly.
It's a machismo ego thing.
Yeah, it's like, ooh, you're a male witch, or ooh, yeah, it's a manly thing. But there are a lot of men that I do know that embrace their gifts, and they're absolutely amazing, and they could give two fucks what anyone thinks.
Bill Reef's one of them.
Bill, yes. Brian and Charlie, that's part of Reef. They're amazing. They're highly gifted. So I mean, I know a lot of people, and I love it, the fact that they all embrace their gifts and they use it to help people. So
absolutely, and
it's amazing.
That's, to me, having a gift is that part of the gift is giving a gift. That's I tend to go more of a different route, and then not that I believe that marrying the two together, the scientific side and the metaphysical side, I think that's where we're going to find our answers. I don't like when people's like, well, screw that scientific stuff. This is a spiritual thing, and that's never going to prove anything. Well, you know what? It can't.
No, it has to be. It is there. I think everyone has captured things that they can't explain. But I do feel that there's got to be something out there scientific that will open people's eyes, because we've been doing the same shit for decades and decades.
Yeah, but there's speaking of somebody that's going to be out there in Iowa with us stuff, Miss Holly Mullins. How are you, Holly?
Hi, Holly. See you in August.
No.
Oh crap! She's going to be out there, and I'm not going to go.
Yep.
Yes.
But see, I wonder.
Why don't you go?
I might have to.
Yes, it's going to be a blast.
I think sometimes that I agree with what you're saying.
What? She doesn't look like a witch.
Right.
What does a witch look like?
Am I supposed to have a long pointy nose with a big old wart on it?
That's for the wart,
I got something I was going to post on Teresa's page. Everybody's afraid I was going to get in trouble with her because it said "Save a broom, ride a witch."
Yeah.
But anyway.
No, you did. I don't want to say you got in trouble because you didn't, but somebody on my page that I have went to school with made a comment. Jay posted something about me being a witch on my page and all this. And he is extremely religious. And he posted on there.
In the comments.
Yeah, in the comments.
And all capital letters.
God is the answer.
No, Jesus is the answer.
Is the answer.
So Jay, being the asshole that he is, posted in all capital letters. I didn't ask a fucking question.
Wow. Yeah, you're going to get that. I mean, I've had people, my mom,
if he would have been cooler about it, I've been different. But he was all capital letters.
My mom went to this church in Wisconsin. It's a big, huge church. And, my mom, she prays to her goddesses and gods, not just one. And my mother even taught me, you welcome anybody that wants to pray for you, that wants to give you good, thoughts and everything, even if it's from any religion. I mean, this is what they believe in. I believe in something they believe in it. But I don't like bigots, and I don't like people like, oh, you're going to go to hell. Oh, well, maybe,
If I'm going to hell, I'm going to be in a lot of good company. So
yeah, I mean, it's like, okay, thanks for your opinion, but
I'll be there, baby, waiting on you.
I mean, I'll be fine.
all the cool kids will be there with me, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, it's like, I'm probably gonna go to hell because I've got marks on my body that's not that's not
Oh, come on, that's the little hot stuff devil. That's a cartoon. He's cooler than crap.
That devil is my dad, from my dad when he passed away. He was in the military, and he had this devil on his forearm right here, and he had his pitchfork in the ground. I couldn't get the full on tattoo that he had because I wasn't in the military. It's a respect thing. He crossed the equator. He was part of Vietnam or whatever, and a lot of the men had this tattoo, full bodied, right here, and they allowed me to get the head.
Did he have diaper on the full body one? Did it have a?
I'm not
there,
sure.
There used to be a cartoon character called the Hot Stuff Devil. And
yes, he did have a diaper,
just like that. He had a little diaper on. Was the Hot Stuff Devil?
Yeah,
that was.
Most of the Navy men that were on carriers that went across the equator and all that other stuff got that certain tattoo. And when my dad passed, I wanted that tattoo, for him. But out of respect, I only got the head, and then I wrote Pops. So.
Yeah. Absolutely. And that's everybody, not everybody. Nowadays, most people are very personal about their tattoos. Used to, you just went in and picked something off the wall, and 10 billion other people have it.
Yeah.
It was so, but nowadays they're very personal. The one I have, most people don't even know I got a tattoo because I rarely ever show it. I rarely ever have it exposed or anything like that because it's just something personal, and it's just it's my arm. It's mine. It's just a wolf with a wolf and a cub. And it symbolizes all the people that I've lost that are watching over me and my wife and my son. And one day I'll watch over them.
That's amazing.
That's just me. That's just my symbolism.
It's something personal.
Very personal to me.
Every tattoo I have on my body is symbolism of some sort. It has meaning.
But mind you, if it wasn't for Teresa, I'd be sleeved like hell. But she doesn't like tattoos, so I kind of kept mine nice and docile and respect with my wife's wishes.
I'm so addicted.
No, I'm not saying that you just. It's not that you dislike people with tattoos. You just don't like tattoos on you or anything like that. And you asked me not to do that.
I'm terrified of needles. Like absolutely scared to death of needles.
If it went for I'd be tattooed like crazy and have all kinds of piercings and everything else because I ran with nothing but rednecks, outlaws, dirtballs, and bikers. So
what's really weird is that I have tattoos all over, and I love tattoos and I love the feeling and but when there is a needle for a shot going in me, I start having anxiety. I don't know why. Yeah. I'm afraid of regular needles than I am tattoo needles. It's bizarre. And my mom said my father was that way too.
I've heard a lot of people say that.
Yeah.
Jason's an outcast. She never said that, man. She's just not.
You made me sound like a bitch.
No, I'm just saying you used to. I said when we first got together, stuff we used to not be into tattoos. Now you don't care. We first got together.
I don't care.
You was little Miss Yuppie, and you married a redneck ass hat.
That's the truth. I was the one that ran around with a collar
opposites
attract and all that. It just. Yeah. I would have never dated him.
Little Miss collar flipped up, little sweater tied off around her neck.
Mm-mm.
Buffy.
I would never.
Hey, I'm Buffy.
Yeah.
And Biff.
Yeah. And then she marries a Jay with a jackass. And but anyway, I love the symbolism of them. I really do. And I love the fact that it's changed so much. Like Jason. Jason's got a lot of tattoos and stuff.
Says they put her to sleep. They put her to sleep when she's getting them.
Oh, me too. But my last tattoo I got was ghost magnet on my calf. That hurt so fucking bad. I I have tattoos all over, but that particular place right there was painful. I don't know if it's because I'm getting older and my skin's getting thinner, but I mean, I was fuckity fuck, bitch, fuck the whole time. And
But
he's like, you want me to stop? And I'm like, no, keep going. Fuck, bitch, fuckity fuck. I mean, that's just how.
you know what cracked me up though? I saw somebody the other day post on Facebook. Now we're talking about tattoos. It's like, have you ever gotten? Do you get your tattoos with or without numbing agent? I'm like, do what?
Numbing agent?
I guess some tattoos probably they will actually put on that numbing cream to numb your skin so you don't feel the needle.
That's pussyfied right
I'm
there.
like, I'm like,
I
is that
might be able to do that one.
But according to you, if I ever get one on my shin, I'm going to be a pussy.
Yeah, I'm gonna be pussified.
Right, I'm going to get mine numbed up a little bit. But yeah, I couldn't believe I never had heard that to be an option. I'm like, oh yeah, there's some that use the
It must be a new thing.
some of them use the numbing spray and all that stuff. They'll
The
spray it on there and then
last long enough.
Yeah.
yeah, look at that. The stuff don't work. But I never knew that was an option until I saw Sarah post that. I'm like, holy shit! I never had heard that to be an option. I'm like, amazing.
That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm like Sarah Courtney over there in Indiana.
You know what? I love the pain.
I'm allergic to it.
I'm that way.
I'm
okay,
allergic.
next show. Next topic.
Let's change the topic here. Sorry, no, we're going to go into a private conversation. We'll talk to you later. But
oh my god!
But this is what I'm saying. We knew we was going to talk some about paranormal, but we actually are getting a chance to talk with you to get to know you and seeing the. And that's why we named, like I said earlier, why we named the show the way that we did. We didn't name it Paranormal this. We wanted something like this because we are all such a multifaceted, dimensional person, and there's so many people in this chat right now that not only get to know you, but like connect with you on so many levels because you've been so open. And I can commend you for that because that takes a lot of bravery for me. Because I ain't gonna lie, I don't open up like that usually because I got trust issues. I'm an asshole.
I have major trust issues as well. I mean, I've been fucked over so many times and treated like shit. So, you know, I like people. I'm very cordial. I'm very kind to people, but in the back of my mind, I have to be guarded because of all the stuff that I went through the last couple years, actually, probably about 3 years, just continuous, but it stopped. It's done. You know, I distance myself from it from people.
One thing without a doubt. You can know one thing without a doubt that we have your back for damn sure.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
You can guarantee that.
You can always call us.
Yeah. Yeah. If it means that we got to kick in the gate to hell and kick somebody in the balls, and we're going to kick in the gates to kill and kick somebody.
You know, the thing is about me is I'll see proof, you know, on screenshots and I'll hear things. But, you know, honestly, I just distance myself, or I will say how I feel on social media. I won't say names. I never, ever say names. I won't do it. If someone asks me who's doing this to you, why are they doing this? I'm not going to say a word. I'm not going to say a name because I just don't want to do that.
That just perpetuates it.
Yeah, it just gives people, you know, more fire, and then it makes people go against other people. And, you know, I don't tell people not to like and not like somebody, you know, and I never have. It's what I do. If I have friends that are friends of people that have done me dirty, I let them find out on their own.
Yeah, but what was that? My mom and dad always said, you know, if you choose sides, you're usually the one who gets thrown under the bus.
Yeah, I just don't. I just distance myself, and you know, next.
I think what's helped us is the group of people that we work with now. We like getting to know the Yates, getting to know you, and being so blessed to have Jason, my brother, and Tina, and I can't say enough because in the paranormal, we got shit on quite a bit. And
Right.
and Jason's one of the people that from the time we got started 9.5 years ago till now, he's one of the people that's always consistently been there. And we went through some rocky roads, don't get me wrong, but we found out that it wasn't us having rocky roads, it was other people trying to instigate things between us.
Yeah.
We got the chance to talk to one another. We found out what was really going on. It's been nonstop. I can't wait to go to his house to spend time together. Not just paranormal investigating.
But
We
we're
go up there
friends.
and we just spend time just cooking out and being family. And to have that is a blessing. And to have that in this field, to have that, like Jason, and I'm going to quote my brother right now, surround yourself with good people and good things will happen. And that's true.
Yeah,
That's
my circle became extremely small.
Oh,
Extremely. It used to be large because I trusted everybody, but now I got my 6 basically, and that's all I need to really, the ones that are going to be there when I, die and they're carrying my casket. That's all I need is 6, and I got them.
I'm getting cremated. My son's going to shoot my ashes out of a cannon.
I don't want to be buried though, so I don't know. I think I'll be cremated too. Out of a cannon?
Yes.
What?
Yes,
Where?
Oh,
yes. I did go to the Nevada State Prison, George, and it was really cool. We got a lot of activity. I actually was walking by C-36 and my hair flung up like that in my face, and there was no one behind me. But yeah, it's a pretty good place. It's not my favorite, but we're going back in September, but it is cool. It's creepy as fuck.
I can't wait to go. I bet that means I actually get to travel more. Jason, I'm booking us some more things. No, they won't let me book shit.
No, you're not allowed.
Candace never chooses sides either. And George said, I've been shit on it but now I just do me and send. That's so cool. I send an autographed picture of myself to the people that shit on you. That's funny. And if you haven't patented that idea, I might have to steal that. Our dog needs to go outside and pester the hell out of Teresa. Wow, that's a compliment right there. If y'all weren't who you guys are, I won't be where I am now. You've all taught me a lot. That's
nice.
It is, and that's another thing about teaching and learning from one another. I know the answer to this, but somebody who's only been doing it for a couple months, do you think they have as much to bring to the table as somebody's been doing it as long as you have?
Absolutely.
I knew the answer without asking it, but
yeah,
you're not the ego, so I knew the answer.
Yeah, I welcome everybody, everything. I mean, just because you've been investigating for 30 years doesn't mean that you're better than anybody else. So, but yeah, I always bring newbies in. It's amazing. It's fun. You teach them shit. Sometimes they teach you. You're like, whoa. That's why I like to collaborate with other people and other teams.
Oh, I love it.
And I like to put them out there on live so people are like, well, who are these people? They're awesome. Well, this is such and such team. Check them out. Yeah. I've always been that way. So
we do a thing called Paranormal Roundtable, and
we still do.
We did it where we had like 6 teams come together, and we did a roundtable discussion for the first part.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, we split everybody up. It wasn't this team goes here, this team goes there.
They actually ended up splitting themselves up.
It was all split. We mixed everybody out.
Well, it was like something like, hey, I saw that thing you guys were talking about. I've never tried a piece of equipment before. Can I go with you guys and try that?
Let me try it.
Yeah.
And it's
awesome
to have that, to work together and to collaborate together and to share, openly share thought process, ideas, techniques was phenomenal. And it's happening more and more nowadays everywhere.
Yeah,
back then,
I like that.
It was 9.5 years ago. You know how back then everybody treated paranormal like it was like the old wrestling circuit. This is my territory, and that's your territory.
Yeah.
Don't my territory.
No, it seems like people are getting together now, and people are being kinder to one another. There's still drama out there, but
there always will be. There's people.
There always will be. Yeah.
Yeah. If there's people, there's drama.
You can go to a church and there's drama because somebody's going to say that her dress is too tight or this is too.
Dress was too short.
Yeah. It's just there's always drama. There's people. There's drama. It's just whether you want to buy into the drama or whether you want to have fun.
I'm really excited because, I've been going on Facebook, I've been on there for 11, 12 years now. And, there's more and more teams and more investigators coming out of the woodworks. I'm just like, wow, who's this person? They're awesome, and they're young. Our next generation is starting to get out there and flourish and show what they got. And I'm just so excited when I see it.
Young investigators, Michelle, let me ask you this. How young is too young, do you think? To start,
I'm too young
to go on an investigation, as long as it's not a malevolent
children, when they're very, very young, have no worries. They're very open. I don't like having young children in an investigation.
Are you talking like preteen, like less than teens?
Less than teens.
Yeah.
They're something can attach to them. Something can hurt them because they're so vulnerable. They're so open.
Right.
You can I can't really sit a 6-year-old down and say, hey, before you go in this investigation, I need you to ground yourself. I need you to pull from the earth, shield yourself. You can't say that to a child, but for a teenager or a little older, you can do that and you can teach them. But I don't think you can do that with a really, really young child.
Right.
So
I think they have to be able to, be able to be in the dark.
Not be afraid of the dark.
Afraid. Not be able to be quiet, listen, be respectful, understand what's going on. But you have to start learning someplace.
Oh yeah, I did when I was younger.
They're doing all this urban exploring.
That's what I was getting ready to say. What George said, 18, and I get that for legal precedence. But you have these young. Well, what was that place up here, not too over in Pennsylvania, that they broke into and they burned it down a few years back?
Yeah,
but they were in there breaking into. Yeah, so if they're going to be doing this, if they're going to be breaking into these places and urban exploring and all this other things, and they don't know what they're doing, they're not getting proper guidance and things like that, they're going to do dumb things and make themselves vulnerable, like you're saying, for an attack. I think if they're going to show the interest into it at a decent, reasonable age, don't get me wrong. I mean, I've seen some 10-year-olds that wanted to buy Ouija boards, which I don't have a problem with because I don't believe that they're evil.
It's just like a K2 meter. It's a communication device. I mean, you can say, "Are you here? Show me that you're here." Okay, yes. Oh, the red light just went off. See, so you're doing both. I mean, it's just a communication device that they're communicating through.
George said, "Do you mind understanding? You might piss your pants." He says, "I wear a diaper just in case."
He wears a pair of pens. Pair of pens.
Oh.
But I'm just saying, if they're going to be doing it anyway, I would rather have people step up and take them under their wings and educate them.
Yeah, that's
than to allow them. Why would we allow them to go ahead and make the same stupid mistakes we made when we can help them learn at a higher level, get to where we're at, and then maybe they're going to excel past that.
Right.
Maybe we can, maybe not me, but maybe there can be something out there like a workshop for young kids, young teens. A lot of kids don't want to come out in the open for that because they think they're different and they would be laughed at and they'd be bullied. And a lot of kids won't do that. But you can have I actually did something that was so amazing. I went to the Boys and Girls Club. And there were so many young adults, young kids, like 12 and up, wanting to learn. And these kids, their smiles, they were just like, wow, little sponges,
They're genuinely interested in what you're doing.
Yeah. And a lot of them came up to me and they're like, I've had these gifts, but, I'm called a freak, and I'm like, you're not, and I tried to help them, and it was an amazing thing. I mean, I did a spirit box session and it said one girl's name and it says, "I'm behind you," and everyone's freaking out. It was fun. Yeah. It was a fun thing. And I wish there were more workshops like that to teach young adults about the paranormal, but I don't.
You know, you were talking about telling a child earlier about how to shield and
Mm-hmm.
I had a friend of ours that had a daughter that was 5 years old, and she was having issues at the house. Things were scaring her.
That's awesome, Candace.
And they came to me and asked me to help, and so I had to really think on how I was going to do this. So what I did was I relayed it, brought it down in terms that she could understand. She loved Disney princesses.
Mm-hmm.
I said, "Do you know Cinderella?" Yeah. You know, when she gets into the pumpkin, into the carriage? Yeah. Well, that's your protection. You're going to pretend that you're getting into her carriage.
Wow.
And that's how you play on
your own bubble.
You pretend that you have that bubble around you.
Yeah.
And you just, different people learn differently.
I gotta learn by doing it.
You gotta learn the hard way. But there are ways that you can teach them younger. I wouldn't advise taking one on that young.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
this was in her home. She was scared in her own home.
Exactly. I mean, I've done residentials before. I haven't done them in so long because I have done so many that really, in all reality, maybe 20% of the 100% is legit. Right. It's always people wanting you to go in like Ghost Adventures and show all your little
dog and pony
toys.
Show.
And yeah.
I always call it the dog and pony show.
I've been to a few that were absolutely legit, but if someone needs my help, I'll do it if it's legit, but I have to go to that place and find out and do all this research and everything on the house and the people. And it can be exhausting. It can be exhausting to do residentials that aren't legit.
Yeah.
It's just, oh my gosh.
It's like a waste of time.
Yeah. But you do it because you think, they need your help, and actually it's not. One time I did one. Oh my God, I have to tell you this. There was these women and they were like tweaked out of their mind, like freaking tweakers from hell. Like fucking I had to go to the bathroom, and so I'm sitting in the bathroom and I'm smelling weed. I'm like, what the fuck? Did someone just smoke a joint in here? And I'm leaning and I'm smelling, and I pull the shower curtain and there's just weed in there drying. This was way before it was legal in Nevada.
Oh, wow.
And I saw it and I pulled the curtain back and I was like, holy shit. So I had to go to each individual teammate and said, meet me outside in 5 minutes. And then we told the people we are ending our investigation, and we left. We don't need like some freaking, drug agents rushing into the house, while we're in there. Oh God, what the hell?
Yeah. Investigating. Investigating what?
Yeah. I think that was my really, really last big investigation for a residential. I was like, I'm not doing that anymore. Yeah. I just can't. I don't.
Yeah, you
don't know. People are fucking nuts. You get stabbed. You get shot. It's dangerous.
Yeah, going into someone's home is dangerous.
People don't realize that.
It's dangerous, but it's more so now than it was.
Yeah, and I'll do residentials for people I know personally, family. I can't do them anymore. I just can't. That's just my thing.
There's a lot more involved with it. When we do residentials, I would never talk with I try not to ever talk with the client, because I will develop a bond to them, and then I get, especially if there's children involved. If there's children involved, I'll develop a bond with them, and I'll get protective enough. Now I'm no longer objective. I'm no longer doing my job.
Exactly.
I'm defensive. So I was always weird about when we did them. So anyway, I'm weird about a lot of things. And see, that's where like come out with children and stuff. Teresa thinks that I'm immature as hell when we investigate, because the way me and Jason do it, we actually open completely up. We offer ourselves to be channeled through or even possessed for communication.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
I do it all the time. Jason does too. One of us will do it, the other one won't. But we will sit down and you say, you can hit me, kick me, scratch me, push me down. You can channel through me. And if you think you can possess me to communicate, you're more than welcome to try. I've never had anything happen yet. Neither has he. So
I won't do that.
well,
Me neither.
that's maybe because my one friend when I was younger was right. He said God protected idiots and fools, and I was double covered.
Oh dear God.
So,
I can just imagine.
well, we're going to investigate together someday. I've
We
got
will.
to have that happen. I've
We
got to have
will.
it. And I don't care what I got to do to make it happen. I'll guess I got to buy a ticket to an event, whatever. But we're going to make this happen somehow, some way. I've got to
We
get somebody
will.
where you're at and investigate with you. And I'm going to do the same with George and Kara too. There's so many people. Candace, I'd love to get a chance to investigate with her and stuff. Nick, I have got to work with Nick a little bit at events, but never actually at an investigation too. Well, it was an event thing. So, yeah. So we just got these things worked out, and it's so hard sometimes. It really is, especially. Maybe it's because I'm just so excited about with COVID finally being released for a lot of the things and
Oh
stuff.
yeah.
To start living again. I just noticed we're actually way past an hour.
So we are. Huh?
Yeah, we're like 9:16, but I don't care. But I don't
I'm
know.
good.
Yeah. So just I want to get to investigate with you, and I love watching your lives and your
Thank
TikToks
you.
and your Instagram. I don't want you on Twitter because I'm old and feeble and I can't.
You know what? I'm on there, but I've been posting stuff, but I don't really go on it because I'm like I'm stupid when it comes to Twitter. I'm like, what the hell is this? What is this? Send tweet. What the fuck is this shit?
Yeah, I'm so out of touch with it. I don't
even
care
know
for
how
it.
to. I just
Oh, she froze.
post.
There she is. But Instagram kind of gets me every once in a while too because you always got to put a picture on there. It's like, what the hell, man? I don't always want to post a picture. Why do I gotta post a picture? So I downloaded one. I downloaded a picture for whenever I want to say something and don't have a picture to put with it. I figured it's like I do a close up picture of a cat's butt and post it on there. Here's my picture, damn you! Now I can see what I want to say.
That's lovely.
But that's my maturity.
It's okay. That's okay. I'm immature too. I'd probably post that if I didn't have anything.
Fuck it. What are they gonna do about it? Block me again? Put me in jail again?
I mean, I've got a gross. I'm gross sometimes. I mean, I eat gross bugs in front of my friends.
Me and Jason.
I've done
like all kinds of cicadas right now.
Oh, have you eaten those yet?
Oh hell no! This girl doesn't do that stuff.
Me and Jason has a challenge on that for there's some people that talks about having us come down and they're going to do it for a charity, and I don't know how they're going to work it out with how we're going to eat them though. But they have to cook them up. They have to be cooked in things and stuff like that. They can't be just. And
you can cook their skin and eat like fucking cicada chicharrones.
Yeah, you can cook them all the way. They're best to find when they come out the first time. So if they get the things worked out, we'll try it.
I'm
if
having
it's
a
for
hard
charity,
time going out on the front porch because they're out there.
If there's a charity,
saw them. They're
we'll do it. Oh, they're all over the place here right now. All over by the thousands right there.
Yeah.
Out by the house.
Do they sting or bite?
No, they don't bother you at all.
They're just gross. They're irritating. They're nasty. They're noisy. They leave dead carcasses. They're just horrible. My dog tries to eat them.
My dog does eat them, and it won't hurt him
to
none.
me.
Yeah, the dog come in the house and won't get it. It's got its mouth all closed. Like,
why is it only? I don't even think they're at mine. Are they the East Coast? Is that what's? Are they in the East Coast?
Speaking of people, right there,
Elaine.
Hi, Elaine.
We've been talking about Chehalis. Chehalis.
I can't even pronounce it.
I had the hardest time, and she's like,
Chehalis.
She went over it like I don't know,
Chehalis.
560,000 times with me, and I still screwed up.
I'm all Chalice, Washington.
Yeah, I was saying it way wrong, and I know it's a Native American word and things like that, and I damn sure don't want to insult anybody by butchering their language. And like that. But you have to take into the prospect of that. See, I am
Chehalis. Right.
Chehalis, Washington. Oh, there we go.
Where we're gonna go.
And see, here she is again, having to correct me again.
Yeah. She's the grammar Nazi.
Oh,
But I
God.
can remember the hay part, and then I have to
Yeah.
remember the other two parts.
Chehalis. Okay, now I got it. Okay.
I'll still screw it up. She'll still correct me, and it's nothing out of disrespect. I'm just a moron.
I'll say it on Google, like Google to look stuff up, and it's like I can't find what you're looking for.
Oh,
It's like, well,
Yeah.
how the hell do you say it?
don't put me on talk to text with my backwoods Kentucky accent and Briar coming at me. It's like, what the hell did that just? I will sometimes do talk to text, and no matter what it puts up, I send it to Jason anyway, just to see if he can decipher the stupidity. It's like trying to decipher drunkenese.
Yeah.
I get a gold star.
Show us the gold star.
Brown noser, suck ass.
Teacher's pet.
Yeah.
Oh my god, I'm
Getting the
excited.
bonus round when we get to shit.
Oh, I haven't had a gold star since I was in second grade.
I ain't never had a gold star. Never have I got
think
the
I
gold
got
star.
one because I
Never.
was finally a good girl or something. I don't remember.
Never. I got kicked out of kindergarten class and got put in a different one.
I did too. I beat up a girl in kindergarten.
I knocked over her little playset because she kicked me in the shin.
And see, I was the good girl. I didn't get in trouble until we got married.
Oh,
You.
I taught you how to
bad
have fun.
influence, man.
Yes!
Damn.
Doing what's right, having fun.
Yeah.
We ain't going to talk about us. We're talking about Michelle. Gold star, brown noser.
Yeah.
That's all right. That's all right. You deserve it because this show's all about you. So you deserve the gold star.
Thank you.
I don't know what I deserve.
A brown
We'll find out in
button.
Iowa. We'll find out in Iowa. When I'm out there with Michelle and Holly and Jason, you're nowhere around. David Glidden, Josh Hurd. Oh, yeah. And you won't be nowhere around. But the next weekend, we'll all be together. And
Why can't she
Chehalis.
go?
She can go. She just doesn't want to take off from work and stuff. Got so much things going on.
Oh, it's going to be a blast, Teresa. 3
I
days.
may have to reevaluate.
Me and Jason
things.
and our friend Ben Harley's going to be with us and stuff. So,
Yeah.
and we're bringing Bodine out. So that's probably why Teresa didn't go.
Oh.
She don't like to go a lot of places where Bodine goes because he's. A little bit
I get to partner up with Christopher Sutton at the
Yeah, he'll be
jail for a VIP investigation. Him and I are going to run that, and then the next day I'll be partnering up with Amy Green and Holly Mullins. I'm excited.
that would be a great investigation of the three of you
Yes,
guys.
it would.
Yeah.
I mean, don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
You and Kristen is going to be awesome too.
Oh, I don't know what it is about that guy. I have to meet him because I know that our energy together when we investigate is going to be off the fucking charts.
He is a really nice guy.
It is. I mean, that's going to be. I'm not going to toot my own freaking horn. But
Right.
anyways, it's going to be. I just feel it. So
He's a great guy. We've met him several times out of
Yeah.
Ashmore and stuff like that. Now, SoCon,
Yeah.
wonderful young man. I mean, he's my age, but
and Amy and Holly, it's going to be off the charts too. I
Yep,
mean, I've
Holly is
investigated with Amy before, and we've kicked some major butt.
we actually got to meet Amy for the first time 2 years ago at the last SilCon. She was there with Bill and Chrissy and all that.
Mhm,
So we got to meet
mhm.
her then. That's the first time we got to meet her.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, I've seen her on Facebook and see what all you
Their
guys are
table
doing.
was directly behind ours.
Yeah, they got
we
punished.
apologize.
They got punished right behind me and Jason and Teresa. And well, you know,
Mhm.
we have fun.
That's good.
Life's
You
short.
should.
If you
Yeah.
can't find something to laugh about, watch me. I'll do something stupid so you can laugh at me.
This is going to be blast. I'm like
Oh.
so excited.
Jason, you got to watch him. He's sneaky. He's just an instigator.
Is he?
No,
Yes, he is.
this one.
Okay.
I'm quiet and shy and passive. And
What? Fucking whatever. What?
Full of shit.
more full shit than a Christmas turkey.
Right?
That's a lot of shit. A lot of shit.
Oh.
You got anything else you want to ask her or cover? Where besides Facebook and Instagram and Twitter and for me pages and what else can they find you at?
That's it. OnlyFans I don't have. But I was thinking about it. No, I can't do that. And I'm not on Pornhub either, like you were referring to. I'm not doing that.
I'm not either. See, Jay, remember I sat and watched you.
Maybe.
Elaine, don't. That's the best advice I can give anybody. Whatever you see me do, paranormal investigating things like that, don't do what these two wonderful ladies do. Don't do what I do. And Jason, thank you for following along and doing some of the things that I do, because it works for us. It really does. We're not trying to think that we're cooler or better or anything like that. We're at that point to where we really want our own experiences, and we're not doing it in ways that some people think is not safe. But I think we're perfectly fine because nothing's happened so far.
Yeah.
When I asked the second floor window, Teresa wasn't happy with that one.
No, I was rather pissed.
What was it?
I stood in front of a window in a room at 101 there in Winchester, Indiana, and they say you got the power to move the couch in here. Can you push me up this window? And I stood right in front of the second floor window, and nothing happened.
Downstairs, like, what the hell is he doing?
Nothing happened.
Now you say nothing happened.
We got half that for that. I get hurt, you get paid. Shut up.
Well, in that case, let him do it.
Yeah.
I get hurt, you get money. Who gives a shit?
Oh, that's some funny shit.
But please, guys,
awesome.
if you haven't went and followed Michelle yet, which you should have as soon as the show's over, don't leave the show. I'm glad you didn't. I'm glad you stayed to listen to everything.
You're right.
But I've got to say, she is definitely one of the people that I have some absolute utmost respect for. Not only just in the paranormal field as an investigator, as a very gifted, talented empath, or whatever you want to get gifted as a gifted person, and as an investigator, but also as a human being.
Yes.
Thank you.
Her TikToks, her Instagram are they're what you need sometimes. They hit you right where you need to, and it's amazing how you feel that. And I thank you for allowing me to stalk you.
Oh, I'm happy for you to stalk me.
You say that now.
Yeah.
Now she's gonna say,
yeah, I know. I see all these things. Jay Lynch likes, Jay likes, it's like all there. I was like, what the fuck, man?
Well, I'm watching. I tell people all the time, I watch, but I just, because there's so many people like you who are doing so many wonderful things. And if people absolutely stop and watch and listen, they will find out that the world is not as fucked up as a lot of people make it to be. There's great people doing great things. And this young lady is proof of that.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Take
that, people.
Elaine says she remembers you as a newbie. And she says you're awesome.
When I was a newbie.
Yeah.
I know you when I was green.
I'm still green. I'm still learning.
Right.
I still learn. I'd try everything and anything possible. I mean,
let's click on the next one.
So yeah, I think we're all.
That says that they're not learning anymore, they should just hang it up, because you can always learn.
Love you, Rhonda. That's my sister, my teammate. 2013. Oh wow. No, I've been doing that longer, but when we did the Eureka Paracon, when I spoke for the first time. Yeah. That part was a newbie. I've been investigating since 2010, 2011. Yep. So yeah, she's right.
Look at all the love pour in.
I know.
It's wonderful to see all that support system, and there's such a great support system, and not just the world, but in the paranormal community. And we're going to get the hell out of here, but I do want to thank you for finally agreeing to take some time out and spend some time talking with us.
Thank you so much for having me. I love and adore you both, and
if you ever need us, we're just a message away.
Absolutely.
Okay. Thank you.
If we can help in any way, anytime, anything, we're always, if we can do.
You're going to make me cry. Stop.
Oh, that's all right. I got a shoulder for that too.
Yep.
But you're way over there.
I'll be back, Teresa.
Send you tissues.
But I'm like truly excited. I mean, to see you both, to work with you both. We're we're going to be staying in an old bed and breakfast.
I know.
I know. There's
From the early 1900s. So
Awesome.
the time we have, oh yeah, we'll be investigating. So
Yeah. As I said, there's nobody getting any sleep that weekend.
no, we're going to be
Sleep on the
exhausted.
plane ride
Paps.
There we go.
Definitely. But yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing you both and working with you. And nice to meet you, Candace.
She's a sweetheart. Candace is a sweetheart.
Thank you for watching, whoever's on there. Thank you.
So thank you guys. We do appreciate you guys coming. We will be doing more of the sit, chat, and laugh. We are booking more shows and things. We are going to start coming back on a more frequent basis, but only if we keep getting such wonderful people like you guys to come in and be involved with it, because that's what it's all about. It's all of us learning from one another and sharing and actually showing the world, like Michelle does, that it is a good place and there are good people.
Absolutely.
With that said, I want to say good night and say, thank you again. Much love, much respect.
Thank you so much.
Much
I
love.
love you guys. Thank you.
Y'all have a wonderful night. We'll see you
Good
next
night.
week. Maybe.